All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. How we doing? War number 2 here. D69 versus GLBR, I believe it is. These guys, man, these poor guys, they got wrecked. But yeah, no, it was a fun war. Kind of a short one for me. Only had 4 fights. It was a Saturday war, so, you know, everyone was out and about. I was a little late to help plan, so I kind of just, you know, they kind of just threw me some options and I went with it. But it's all right, you know. Save some boosts. I was able to run my entire war in the first night and on 1 set of boosts, and that's efficient and I love it. So I'm bringing OG Thor, the 5-star, to war. Used him for Warlock on 8A. And then Mr. Fantastic is my second champ, and he was actually only going to be for pre-fights, a pre-fight mule. But I ended up using them for Doom on Power Snack, which has been updated, by the way. It's Power Snack 3 now, I believe. And then Nimrod, you know it. Nimrod, he took Storm Pyramid X on 6B, second node, and then Kitty at the end of that path. I also move some mastery points around for this war. Sometimes I do that. If I ever adjust my mastery tree, it's really only for war. I really don't use suicides ever. If I grind arena, if I'm doing a featured grind, that's pretty much the only time. I've kind of dabbled with it here and there where I'll spec into suicides for like 1 or 2 fights during a war. But by and large, I just don't mess with the attack masteries much. Mainly because, like, well, 2 reasons. Like, kind of a purist in the sense that there's so many champs in this game, and there's a lot of them that are just a lot of fun to play. You know, it varies from player to player, but also so many of these champions, they need to spam specials. You know, it's not just about, you know, brute force attacking with suicides. So you can't really do that with suicides. That, and it's cumbersome and it's expensive, you know, units. So until they update the mastery tree, which they said they were going to do this year, maybe add loadouts. Some new masteries and some more points would be great, but at the very least, loadouts, you know. But yeah, so I'm about to show, you know, my mastery setup here. I typically just keep max MD, but I dropped those. And because I was running Thor, I spec'd into max Petrify, as you can see here. I've been running 1 or 2 points. I was going to move him out, but didn't get around to doing that, and it actually worked out. And then here, because it's Warlock, remove willpower, remove salve, remove recovery, and then just rotate all those into basically greater vitality. Doesn't really matter as long as you're not into willpower. And there's just a glimpse of my attack tree. This is pretty much standard, my attack tree right here. That's just pretty much what I keep it at. I used to run, I dropped 1 out of the crit rate, precision, and put it into courage for that 1 point, but I just, you know, I'll take the extra crit rate here. So here's that first fight. Man, Thor, people, they don't like him. He's a turd, he's old, whatever. He is so powerful. So I think I'm sitting at about 54k health here, just loaded up with the boosts and Mr. Fantastic pre-fight, and then also with the Petrify. So you saw I backed off at the beginning in the event that he starts unstoppable, and so his armor's broken. You can see these 10k heavies. I think I got a 14k. I think I got a 20k heavy in here. Yep, there goes the unstoppable, so back off. You honestly, the thing with Thor is that he's got so much upfront damage. That doesn't even crit right there. And he's done. I mean, he's done. 12 hits. Yeah, Thor sucks. The thing with Thor is you don't even need a level 1 start here. You don't even need specials, you know? You don't need them. He's got so much upfront damage and no ramp that he's great for stuff that, you know, I mean, he's awesome with specials. All 3 of his specials are ridiculously good, but you don't need him. He can do plenty of damage as long as you can parry. That's the caveat. You have to be able to parry stun, or at the very least stun, but really you need to be able to parry stun. But man, if that's the condition, if that condition is met and you can do that, he will absolutely wreck. And I love him. And the other caveat, there's one more. He really does need max sig. The way his sig scales is, it's like, I think at 160 or so, it starts to it climbs at like 160, 170 or so. So I just say max sig. But yeah, OG Thor, kabam, get me a 6-star, man. Get me a 6-star. That fight alone further cemented my decision to hold my Romance Awakening gem for Thor, when I could either grind for him or pull him or what have you. I'm going to get him. I mean, it's going to be a minute. It may be a while, but I'm going to get him. That's my white whale. One of you guys want to gift me him? That'd be cool. But anyway, so yeah, this fight, I was only going to drop Petrify on this fight for someone I think was going to take him with Archangel or maybe Spider-Man 99, 2099, but he wasn't available or asleep or something. I don't know. And Mr. Fantastic owns this fight. I mean, he owns Doom anywhere. Pretty much. I mean, obviously not Hazard Shift, but yeah, as you can see, man, like, it's a little longer. I mean, obviously Archangel's going to do this fight much faster, but it's also contingent on RNG, and I do not like putting my, my potential win or my entire match into RNG. Now, by no, Archangel's amazing. I mean, he is a god tier champ, no question. But, look at that sneaky parry right there. That was just luck. That was luck. It looked good. Not intentional. I mean, I went for the parry and he just happened to throw that light attack out. They love doing that. Boom. Drop the level 1 for those 2 extra debuffs as they die. So I think I sit at 7 after this. So it's positive 4. Went in with 3, come out with 7, positive 4. That's fantastic. But yeah, it's a longer fight. I think it was about a 2-minute fight with Mr. Fantastic there. Now, I didn't use any science boosts because I knew I didn't need them. That's why I still have my cosmic boosts active. But yeah, Mr. Fantastic. I mean, even as just a pre-fight mule, if you don't use him at all in war or anywhere, just for those pre-fights, I mean, that combat power rate alone is like, it's like an advanced tech collar for any champion. I mean, you have to, knock them down within the 10 second time frame that the debuff, to refresh that debuff. But man, it is so good. And then the Petrify, obviously. Siphon too, all of it. Such a good champ. But yeah, so, I mean, this fight I've taken a bunch of times. You guys have seen this. I try to do that. That's like my... It's my thing now with Nimrod, is I just sit there and time the parries early on against mutants and non-mutants alike to try to load up on those protocol charges and the armor ups. Really starting to like Nimrod even more. I mean, he's not just a mutant slayer, like he is fantastic for other defenders as well. Takes longer, but it's not, tremendously longer, because it's all about getting to that level 2. And I think my last video, man, that level 3, it's big, or it can be. It's contingent on where their health is in relation to yours, I believe. Still haven't looked that up. But yeah, this fight went super well. I was a little risky here. Normally when I do a 2, 3, 4 back light, like a backdraft, I do it when they're under a bar of power. I generally don't like to do it when they're at a bar of power, because they could special. I mean, if you're doing a back light, 2, 3, 4 back light, you can still nail it. But I mean, you can still block in time if they do a special, but even still, it's not a safe habit. But yep, there it is. That's it. She's got such a small health pool. But yeah, quick war. Quick video. I want to go ahead and post this. Real clean war for me. And hopefully you guys learned something, And we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.